So what else do you want to know? Because you spirits, don't leave me the fuck alone. I'm going to repeat what I said, because it's true. God blessed me with 2 pair of eyes, where I could see. And I can't have my eyes open in my room sometimes. Why? Because there's spirits that float in front of my face, in front of my islands, all fucking day and night. From the moment I open my eyes to the moment I close them. And they're bugging me. Giving me involuntary movements throughout my body. Making me, those movements and those images, they give me a thought that makes me feel like if I'm not myself. The only reason I'm not myself is because they're in front of me. And I, James Harris, the only one that was born into this body, and myself, they stand in front of it. And it's only because these spirits are here in my life that I cannot be myself, my true self, 100%. Since these spirits got in here, they cause more problems than I've ever had in my life. They make my little problems into bigger problems. I can't even open my fucking eyes. I have to have them closed like this sometimes, because they harm me through my eyes. They give me these involuntary movements and feelings and thoughts that I am not myself. And they want me to believe that. They want me to believe that so that I can continue allowing them to be around me and do the things that they've done. And so that I go with their thoughts, their little plan that they have for me. But I'll tell the whole world, or whoever sees this video, I'll tell them that if a spirit ever comes into their lives, you could tell them. That's why God blessed us with a voice. We could tell them to get the fuck out of their life. And I've been telling them to get the fuck out of my life. I can't even open my eyes and keep my eyes open in my room sometimes, because these spirits keep fucking harming me through my eyes. And they say they don't give a fuck whether I give a fuck or not. Well, I tell them, well, that's the opinion of yourself. You're not God in my life. I tell them to keep their fucking opinions to themselves. Especially if it has to do with their opinions of themselves. And they try and push their way into my life. And then they still want to rub their feelings off on mine. Like these. Just like they say, they don't give a fuck whether I care or not. And they say they don't give a fuck about anything else. Neither my mother. And they threatened me and my mother to the point of death. I've made 2 sheriff reports. I called them twice. Just to make sure that it's on paper. And that they have it on paper for if anything happens to my mother and I in the future, that they'll have it on paper. That these spirits were bothering me like they are right now. And God blessed me with this pair of eyes so I could see. And I can't even have them open in my room or other places that I go, because there's spirits that keep bothering me. And the voice that God blessed me with, I tell them to leave and to stay the fuck away from me. Never to come back. Opening their voices or being around me in silence. I tell them to do it today, now. Because just because they got an eternity and I don't, my time is limited. They want to fuck off my life, trying to fill me with doubt and fear. For I don't fear none of them. Even if they were to kill me, I won't pray to none of them. I won't do anything for them in order for them to leave. Nobody gives a fuck about me, really. It's just my mother. And I tell each and every single one of these spirits once again to leave and stay the fuck away. Just because they got an eternity doesn't mean that they come and fuck off my life. Just because they don't have a life in the afterlife, they come and fuck off mine. They even clogged the fucking mucus passageway from my lungs to my throat and mouth, so that it keeps all the phlegma, all the flame down, all the mucus, it keeps it down in my lungs. Just because they know I'm a smoker. So they're harming me more than the drug in itself. They're bothering me. They've been torturing me. And I clearly see now part of what they were doing to me. And since I found out, I've been telling them to leave. They don't have no right to be here. There's nothing holding them down into my life but themselves. Themselves giving themselves that permission. Which I tell them to leave now. For my own well-being, I tell them. For my own safety, for my own life. Especially when they're denying me, myself. They're denying I, myself. They want to continue being here because of their stubbornness and standing in front of myself. They continue to try and fill me with doubt, like if I have no choice. But they're all lies, and I fear none. Jezebel spirit, Satan spirit, Satan number 1, 2, 3, 4. They are all the same. Even if one puts himself above another, to me, they are all the same. Even if one can harm me more than the other physically, they are all the fucking same to me. They're like gum that I stepped on walking home. They just stick to you and don't let go. Yes, because my life is greater. And I tell you to stay away, but though you still want to stick around and stick to my life like a piece of fucking chewed up, stepped on gum. None of you can take me from my life. All these things you've been doing, all these spirits are not right. That's why I need them out of my life. It's gotten to the point where I can't even eat at my mother's table, on her kitchen table. Because the second I put down a plate with food and sit down to eat, they start torturing me to see if I get angry. And a lot of times I can't eat because they're right there torturing me, disrespecting me. None of them have that fucking right to be here. None of them do I allow or would allow. And they don't say anything in my life as if they give me or let me. They don't have that authority. They don't speak to me like that. Even though they do, it doesn't mean shit to me. None of their fucking ways and words mean anything to me. So I make these videos because obviously these spirits don't leave me alone. So maybe later on today they'll kill me and I'll get on with my life. Since for some reason I don't deserve to get on with my life like everybody else does. It's only because of these spirits that are real stubborn. That is the only reason why. So I'm telling these spirits right now, each and every single one of them, you need to get the fuck out of my life now. Because they're standing in the way of myself. I need nothing else but for these spirits to stop disregarding my word and leave my mind, my surroundings, this home and property, and my mother's and my pets, to stop floating even around me in silence or right here in front of my eyes, that you keep fucking with my vision. So stop fucking with my vision, you fucking fucked up spirits. If I die, bitch. At least I know it wasn't me or the drugs' fault. Or anything that I did. At least I know in my heart that it is because of you fucking stubborn spirits. That's it. Or should I say stubborn, immature, idiotic fucking spirits who keep fucking wanting to fuck over my life. Get the fuck away from me. What the fuck don't you understand? Stop harming my eyes. All of you snakes, all of you bitch-made fucking spirits, there's the knife. So why don't you do it and put me on that trip like bitch-made number one, the number one, Satan, the one I'm telling them to leave my mind. Get out and stay out completely. Because none of these drugs that I use are and have anything to do with what's happening to me. And those things do not hold you in my life. I will not